Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing the take 2 on my most popular video so far, which is which Chanel is real. Today in take 2 we'll be doing the Chanel Classic Flap in Caviar in black. So stay tuned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you through the close-ups first, and then you can make a guess on which is real and which is fake in the comments below. And then after that, all will be revealed. Okay, so let's get down to it. For reference sake, we'll call this Classic Flap A and this is Classic Flap B. Okay, first we have the front of the bag. Now the lock, let's see how it turns. So I'm not going to review like the packaging and all that kind of stuff, because honestly when you're buying a fake, does the packaging really matter? It's just a little bit of an add-on, isn't it? To me at least. So I'm going to skip that part. Okay, now we go to the inside of the bag. Now the side profile. Then to the back of the bag. Now to the bottom of the bag. Next, I'm going to show you the chains. So let me just find the part where the kind of the leather is joined together in the chains. We are done. So, which did you guess was the real one? Are you ready for the big reveal? So, are you ready for the big reveal? The real one in today's video is the gold one. Okay guys, so transparency first. I got this bag free of charge because they sent it to me to review on this channel. However, I did tell them when they asked me if I wanted to review that I would not guarantee a good review of any of their products, because honesty is the most important thing here. And besides, this is not how I earn money anyway. If I was counting on earning money from YouTube, I would probably starve to death. So this is more of a passion thing for me. Yeah, so I'm going to be freely honest, even though I got this bag free. Would I consider this the top end fake? No, actually. Unfortunately, it is not at the really tip-top end. But would I consider this a high-end fake? Yes, I would. In general, the quality of this bag, I have to say, is actually excellent. If you also watch my beige Claire real versus fake video, one of the better points of this particular fake than the beige Claire fake, than the beige Claire fake is actually the chain. I think they got the chain spot on in this case, whereas in the beige Claire fake, in the beige Claire fake, the chain definitely had issues. It was very stiff, it didn't flow properly. In this case, this one versus the real one, to be fairly honest, I would actually say the chains on the real one are a little bit stiffer. This is just product variance, even in Chanel. But the biggest downside for this fake, and the one thing that I cannot forgive, kind of, is the leather itself. I'll try and show you in the close-up. Basically, as all Caviar leathers, the leather itself is made up of little round spots. However, in the real Chanel, it almost looks like they have sandpapered down the spots a little bit or smoothened it down a little bit, so it becomes smoother even though you can see the grain. What this does is that it creates a flatter surface and therefore gives the bag a lot more shine. As you can see here, it is so shiny. And this is without any conditioning or anything like that. It is just this way. But for the fake in this case, the graining is more protruded, I would guess. So because of this, it affects the shine because it isn't a flat surface that light can reflect off. I actually put 3 coatings of the leather conditioner already on this bag to give it a little bit more shine. However, as you can see here, the real Chanel is still a lot shinier than this one. If I run my finger across the real one, it actually feels pretty smooth, even though you can see the grain. Whereas if I run my finger across the fake one, it's actually pretty rough. So that is my main complaint in this case. Actually, that is the only complaint I have in this case. In every other aspect of the bag, I feel they have actually done pretty well. So it is still a really, really good fake. Would I call this out if I saw it on the streets? Definitely not, because I mean, even a real Chanel bag can lose its shine over time. Yeah, it's definitely not call outable unless maybe you have them side by side. Yeah, so this is actually a very good fake, and it is actually a lot cheaper than the beige Claire one. It was almost half the price. So that's a big difference in price. I think this one was about 280, but I will double check on that. One other thing I want to note is that the shipping for this one was so much easier. I just placed the order. The website was a little buggy, but someone will get back to you within a day or so, and they'll contact you, and then you can proceed with your order from there. Whereas for the beige Claire fake, which I got directly from a supplier in China, it was so complicated. I placed an order in say March, and I only got the bag in maybe about September that year. So if you can imagine, the waiting time was more than 6 months, and I had to constantly harass the seller for updates on it because she just never messaged. She just took the money and never replied. So it was a whole chasing game. I almost gave up all hope on ever receiving the bag. This one came within a month. Not even a month. This one came within 2 weeks actually. So shipping was very fast, very prompt. They gave me a tracking code. There wasn't issues about rebounding and ding-donging in China, which I got with the previous one. It was just so much easier. So if you want to save yourself the hassle, yeah, I would say consider this. If price is also a concern, this is probably a pretty good value for money offer. So otherwise, yeah, that is my honest review. Oh yes, and one more thing. I wanted to order the gold one so that we could do a direct comparison, but they told me the silver is their best selling one and the closest, they said, to the real thing. So I had to give them the chance to give me the silver. But they did send me the gold hardware, which I'm going to show you now and compare with the gold hardware for this one. Here it is. So I'll just take out the Chanel logo in the front so you can compare the gold. So I'm actually really impressed by their gold hardware, and I have no idea why they didn't want to send me the gold one, because frankly speaking, the gold is actually pretty darn close to the real one. I would say that in general, yeah, you know what? The gold is really close in this case. I would say this gold is better than the gold on
stamped on, as you can see. So it sort of looks like it's made to be, but they're obviously different. Also, taking a look at the actual zipper compartment, this is a very faded print. This print stands out. So even if this bag was old, which this bag is actually relatively new, it still would not completely fade to this print. One thing that also really showed me that this bag was counterfeit is if you look here, this is the date code by Louis Vuitton here. As you can see, it's a piece of leather and stamped into it is the date code. On this particular bag, it also has that, but this is a fake piece of leather, and the date code is stamped in with some sort of red. That's not the case with a real authentic bag. Another thing is that in a Louis Vuitton bag, typically there will be this little flap here, made in the USA. This one specifically is made in the US. Occasionally it'll say France, other countries of imported material. And this bag does not even have that on it. If you just take a look at the stitching too, you'll see that there's a lot of things that make the stitching imperfect. And if you take a look at the stitching, it's a dark, deep red. You could almost take a toothpick and kind of pick it out here. Whereas this is so very finely stitched into the bag.
You can get them, you know where to get them if you want to, different places, websites and stuff. Now you can get them. I just love this color. So this one added. Pretty. I'll do the, and then the real one too. Pretty. Yep, I love them. And then this one. Yep, real great replica. Let me switch it. Yep, she's pretty. Look at them. There's no way in hell anybody can tell anything. So you guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Couldn't wait to bring this Chanel. I think every girl likes Chanel, just like we like Birkin and Kelly. But Chanel is always like that one to go bag. Like when you dressed up, you just want a Chanel bag. I think at least Birkin and Kelly, they can be picky sometimes, depends on where you're going, on how you dress. But Chanel is like great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See, the gold almost look like it's silver, but that's just Chanel these days. They're both the same hardware. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, the comparison. I hope you guys were able to pick which one was replica or not, or the replica was a great replica. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments. I can't wait to hear you guys' opinions and your feedbacks. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit that subscribe button so